What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 184, presented by Edge VR Arcade and Creative Edge Productions. And hopefully soon, Cousin Subs again. That's the end of the month meeting for me. So,
well, that end of the month is coming up.
Yes.
This end is next week.
Yeah, maybe the next episode, because we go back to weekly in November, Cousins will be part of that welcome. I mean, technically they're part of this welcome, but
So we're off next week.
Yep.
But we'll be back the following week. Next week, I will be out seeing Mr. Vegas himself.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Davis, I'll be in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. I'm not going there to see him.
I was going to say, will you actually see him when you're there?
No,
oh, okay.
Probably won't.
Yeah.
He's a busy guy. So no, I probably won't see him. But I'll be in his neck of the woods. So what do you want to talk about today? There's lots going on. Oh, my goodness. And none of it I can tell you.
Oh, boy. What do you want to start with? I mean, the question we got asked on social or the home opener, which is really the only date we can talk about.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the schedule first.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a couple of things with the schedule that we're trying to iron out. We got some exciting stuff that we're going to be talking about. So when the schedule does come out, which it'll be close to, it ain't going to happen that next episode. I'm like, wait. No, it's not going to happen. There's a lot of exciting games that are going to happen in venues that we're not used to being in. I'll leave it at that.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And it's going to be new for the IFL, but it's going to be great exposure too. So we'll be able to tell you the teams that officially are coming back. We'll be able to, I just can't release any of that ahead of time, but I can tell you there's some exciting stuff that will be happening. And, someone asked me, what about the IFL network? Are you guys doing that again? What's going on with the national, are you going to be on TV? Okay, people, I'm going to say it again because I've said it. I can't tell you how many times. Regardless of the fact if we are on national TV or not, the most important thing to our teams is that you are in our stands. If you're one of those fans that just like to watch because you like to stream, that does not make our teams any money, okay? You need to be butts in the seats. That's what keeps us alive. So we have to have the butts in the seats and then also a platform that opens it up to other people who hopefully and might be in the area that didn't realize we existed and then can come to one of our games because they found a team near them. So at the end of the day, it still is about butts in the seats. It still is, look at the UFL. They just had to close 3 more teams because they didn't have enough people coming to the venues. So you cannot make money off of a franchise unless you're selling tickets or merch. It's got to be one or the other. We're not in this just to throw money at it. So those of you that, need more, well, send me your checkbooks and I'll make it happen. That's the way it is.
That's fair.
Anyway, so that's an update on the schedule. I would say, we always gear up for November 1, but I would say November 15 is probably a more realistic time frame.
Good.
And a couple new venues.
Sometimes she tells me stuff on here that I am surprised by. Yeah. We had a meeting last week that I was surprised by, and I've gotten to know her so well that I'm like tracking this whole conversation. I'm like, she has something borderline yucky to tell me. We're good though. We roll with the punches and we throw the punches as well.
I try not to. If I'm going to throw a punch, you're not going to see it coming.
Fair enough.
And when I throw my punch, I'll make sure you're out.
Perfect.
Ryan and I don't fight like that.
No,
though.
we do not.
No, we
do this together.
Yeah, I'm talking theoretical punches.
Nice.
But by the 15th is the goal. And like I said, there's people moving around, as I'm sure you guys saw. Can't tell you where, but if you want to guess where, you can always guess. But I should, by that November timeframe, have something to announce.
Very cool.
There, or just talk about it, I should say, as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. What else do you know?
We do know the first game is March 15th, and nothing will change that. So,
Correct.
Yep.
It is then. Right now we have a start of 3:00.
Yeah, I didn't with all the fun going on, but yes. We do have.
It's an afternoon.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday afternoon game. Let's just leave it at that.
We do have said artist, but we will share with you when that's
Yeah.
when that's.
Well,
we want it to come from her and him and all of them.
Look at that. Yeah, so we'll probably do that with a video.
Yep.
On this show. So the next time we'll be able to tell you who the artist is that will be playing at halftime, correct?
Yes.
Well.
Yes. We made sure of that. This is a great episode.
So
Let's
vague.
hit them with it.
We're so vague. Yeah.
But we will hang a banner.
We will hang a banner.
And we will be wearing something special because we are Eastern Conference champs.
Yeah. So this first game, as you know, we've talked about this. The first game of the season is between the two teams that battled it in the championship. So you already knew who we're You already know who we're hosting for our first game, and that is
the Vegas Nighthawks, who are you going to visit as well?
Who I'm going to go see. Yes. I'm going to Vegas for my birthday. That's really all there is to it. So Davis and his crew will be in town for our Faith and Family Night. That is what we are opening with. So you also know the theme. And yes, there will be a concert at halftime. And yes, there'll be all kinds of ticket deals and what have you. But that's not what this episode is about. What it is about is we want to unveil. So there is someone that we work with from we'll call it specialty jersey, or what do they?
Yeah, I think specialties, right?
Yeah, specialty jerseys.
Themed.
And and it's themed. We got screwed out of, I'll just say it. We got screwed out of getting a championship jersey. So we decided we're going to make a championship jersey, and we have a lot of different jerseys to unveil this year that we'll get into when we unveil the theme nights.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. One will need to wait, but yes.
Well, we might not do that till January.
Well, we might not have to wait for that one based on what you just said on the schedule release. So maybe we'll just do one at a time, and that one will line up perfectly with said other thing going on. So
right.
Yeah.
But even if we do the schedule release, we don't have to say what that one is.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, wait, we don't announce.
People are going to be like, this is the worst episode ever.
What are they talking about? Anyway, what we can show you and what we want to show you is, Ryan, go ahead and tell the folks.
An Eastern Conference champion, Black Ice jersey.
Look at that. And we have a video. No, we just have a rendering of it.
Yep.
So this is thanks to the peeps at
OT Sports,
who do our theme night jerseys. And like I said before, we'll have a couple of the jerseys. So along the lines of Blizzard, along the lines of a snowstorm, we got new looks we're going to be unveiling this year. We're revamping the dasher pads. We're bringing back the idea of freeze field. So some snow, and then this black ice. It's a black ice jersey.
Yeah, I want to shout out. We've gotten to know him over the years, and he comments on every post you're involved in. But Mark Becker at Specialty Auto is partnering on this jersey too to make it happen. And he used to own Moe's and has been a good friend, been around for Blizzard fan long before my time, and really cool that he got involved and helped make that one happen. So
Specialty Auto.
Yes.
Where you go for all your auto needs.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's the tagline.
It's not the tagline,
yes.
But thank you.
Yep.
So the jersey is exciting for Corey.
Let's see if he watches this, because we're not going to say anything.
We're not telling him. we wanted it to be a surprise. So surprise. So we'll see if he finds out. Well, Davis watches, so Davis will call him and say,
Tell him,
hey.
did you see that?
Davis, do me a favor. Don't tell him what it is. Just tell him to watch, please. And tell him that he can just watch the beginning and then be fine. So, so that's pretty cool that we'll have that right out of the gate. So Vegas, I'm not sure what you're wearing, but that's what we're wearing. So, other than that, what do you have?
No, I do want to. Anybody else that watches this, OT Sports is great in the specialty jerseys and products category. So if you're looking for a good vendor, Kyle over there has been amazing to us and helped design all these. It's actually not been, besides feedback from us, it's not been our design team on these. He is great at it, and you will see. You've seen one of his so far in the Dairy Night jerseys, so you will see a few more this season.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And for us, it's exciting to plan those theme nights. And because some of these may not be a repeat, well, we know for sure a couple of them won't be. We will be doing some bidding on the jerseys. Some of them will be with a cause associated. Some will not. So just look for that coming up.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, the jersey would probably be auctioned off the following game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there'll be way more of that at said games too. We'll do a better job.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ahead of it.
We'll know ahead of time instead of the week of,
yes,
if you will. All right. Let's talk about some other things that have been out there. Our commenter that would like an official apology, you can take your wrong kind of show.
Wow.
You can go and ask Max for an apology because you're not getting one from me. I want to talk a little bit about trades and, these guys jumping teams. I love the fact when a player gets immersed in the community, there's nothing better than that for us. But we have to be realistic in the fact that may only be for a season or two, or in Max's case, 3. And you would think that means something. It means something to the fans. It absolutely does. And I'm not, taking that away because it does mean something. And I think it does mean something to that player as well. But there comes a time where, for whatever reason, that player, usually they're offered more money from another team. And I'm just not willing to cheat. So those of you out there saying that we'll never win a championship unless we cheat, we just went to a championship game. Granted, we didn't win, but it was probably one of the most competitive games that there has been in the IFL. From, if you want to go watch a blowout game, that's not that much fun. But this literally came down to the wire and was determined over literally 2 inches. So I don't know how much more exciting you can get than that. Right. I really don't. But anyway, you guys can have your opinion. That's fine. You can be armchair warriors and screen warriors. But when it comes down to it, it is about money and it's about rules. Some people in our league choose not to obey those rules. They just decide that they're going to pay whatever they're going to pay. Someone made a comment, maybe we don't think these players are worth it. I'll go back to what I started the show with. I absolutely think that the players are worth it. More money. However, we have rules, and those rules state what we're supposed to pay, which was discussed on a previous show. There are opportunities for a few of them to make more, but at the end of the day, there are rules. There are those who play outside of the rules and pay whatever the hell they want. And for some reason, we as a league don't enforce our rules. That's not a question for me to answer. I think you know who needs to answer that question. But at the end of the day, if someone gets offered more money, I am not going to, if I'm not bringing in ticket revenue, if I am not bringing in the revenue to be able to justify paying them more, plus there's rules, I'm not going to do it. So you can call it whatever you want, that I'm on a high horse of justice or what have you, but it is what it is. That's what the league was founded on. When the league gets to be about greed, we're out. Just out. So it is what it is. as far as players going elsewhere, the players do have a role in where they go. They can say no, and then if we sign them and they refuse to report, then that's how it's listed. They're an RTR. They refuse to report to camp, to our camp. Maybe they were part of a trade where the other team, we wanted someone or they wanted someone from our team that we were like, yeah, okay, we'll trade. That player wants to leave anyway because they live on that coast and they don't want to come back to Green Bay for whatever reason. They want to be closer to home. Sometimes it's really that simple, is they have family or their own family that lives in the state or near the state where they're going to be, and it's just easier to get back home in between games or what have you. So there might be a trade where that player requests to go somewhere, and then we then get a player from that team or work out a deal. We'll give you this running back because we have 20 on our roster, and you can have we get a receiver from you or 2 receivers from you. All of those trades are done between the coaches. Was Max traded? No, he was stolen. It's really that simple. I don't know how else to put it. There was zero control that we had over that situation. Yeah, I'm kind of sick of talking about it. He's not playing for us this year, guys. So that's all there is to it. We're rebuilding the team. We do it every year. I mean, just about every year. Last year, we had a lot of guys come back, so we built around them. But, Corey's good at bringing guys up, and it shows in his record, right? I mean, there's other coaches out there that take and pilfer from other teams who do good stuff and coach up their players, and then people steal them. It's just the sport. There's not much else I can tell you about that. So sometimes there's trades that are done. I know Corey was working on some trades, but I can't unveil everything that we're doing on the air. When the roster comes into play, that should be Corey answering those questions. And we are working on some other podcast type things for that type of interaction. So that should be coming out probably closer to when we start the season. We just have to work all the logistics of it out a little bit. Yeah.
Right on.
I think you want to talk a little bit about Nap.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted to congratulate, and Kathy talked about it last episode, every other week. Sorry, last episode. Nap's role with us is changing. So, but I had a lot of Corey text me and he's like, people got to learn to read. He thinks he's taking over ops from no, Sports Emporium director of football operations. And
that's just Corey getting all nervous. Like, wait, what's happening?
But congrats to Nap, who will head up what is soon to be named. That one I can't unveil because there's probably a press release for that one too.
I suppose we can't unveil the logo here. That's not our story to tell.
Youth football over at Sports Emporium, which is where the Blizzard will reside. No, I also got the are we moving? No, like we're still playing at the rest center. But,
yeah, we're not going to play. Oh my
right.
Gosh, people.
So practice field, offices, and Nap will still be part of the Blizzard family. Absolutely. He is working on season flex, bringing up our young team on groups and schools. Still part of the Blizzard fam, but is heading up what will be an awesome youth football flag program at Sports Emporium. So congrats to someone that we've known a very long time, has the leadership, organization, especially the football piece, to do something really cool there with a partner in Sports Emporium.
Yeah, I mean, he's a former teacher, so he understands the mindset of those middle schoolers and younger. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
And he loves football, and it was a great marrying of two entities. We announced that we're going to Sports Emporium, the new building that's off of 41. So if you're driving on 41, you'll see where our new offices will be. They will not be at the Resch next season. I can't say that enough. They will not be near D2. They will not be near the Resch. So no stopping in right before the game to get your tickets kind of thing. because we probably won't be at our office on game day anymore. So there's that. But with that being said, it's a pretty cool thing to have the opportunity to once again have someone that's worked for us go on and do something else in their field, kind of transitioning. He's still linked to us because it's still an arm of Blizzard football. It's a youth program. I shouldn't say it's just, because it's going to be substantial.
Yeah, and those of you in season and flex, which a lot of you watch this, Knapp is your guy this season. I will say that, right? The hope is that youth program explodes, and we're all doing amazing things, but he's still part of what we do here.
Yeah, so, he's going to be working for us part-time and then working for them closer to full-time, transitioning to full-time. And when it's time, that's where he will go.
And we'll hope that that's a ridiculous, awesome, cool program. And super proud of him and glad he gets to fill his bucket.
We'll get to see it because we're going to be right there.
Yep.
So he's got an office there then, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Without putting that one on the record, I think that's actually part of the plan. Yes, that he will.
Where's he going to sit?
The rest of director of ops, so soccer, and a couple other people at Sports Emporium who do an incredible job at youth soccer in the area here. My daughter came to that program. I think they'll be office together when I've seen that. So
yeah. So there's volleyball on one side, soccer, football on the other side is really the plan for this building.
It's awesome. If you drive by it, it looks like it can fit a crazy amount of current Sports Emporiums in there. So
it's very large, very large. So that's where Knapp's going, and we're excited for him. Obviously, I don't know what else we had to talk about.
I wanted to know how the trip was. If we're at the move from Blizzard, Disney, and Universal, and are we good to make that entertainment switch? Because I want to know how the trip was. Okay.
So I was in Orlando.
Yep.
I go there all the time and I love it. Did Disney, which we always do. We did the Not So Scary. Kate and Casey got the most pins because they made their costumes.
Okay.
But they were Disney waffles.
Oh, really?
And they were adorable and cute. Maybe I'll even show a picture. We'll see. So they were the waffles. I was Mary Poppins. My sister was Bert. And then we had 2 Star Wars characters, which let's see if you guys can figure out who it is. So Helen and Tyler.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
And we'll say it was pre-Dark Side. Leave it at that. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good night. And then we did go to Epic on Saturday, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I was not as impressed as I thought I would be.
I have that from multiple sources.
Okay. And
I do.
Okay. So I'm not saying don't go, but it's not one that I would keep going back to. I will say that for us personally, the Isle of Berk was phenomenal.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, because my girls, that was their go-to show. When the series came out, when the movies came out, Toothless was a thing. So walking into Berk, Caitlin got very emotional, which made Helen emotional, which of course made me emotional. And it just was a very immersive experience, which was fantastic. Meeting Toothless was fab. So, if I have pictures, I'll send them over to Sean. So that was cool. The dark universe with the monsters was cool. The rides, of course, are phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, they are. You can't go to a Universal studio if you like roller coasters and not ride. Unfortunately, they're getting into more and more of the, it's not VR, but it is more of the screens and the goggles and, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just not a fan of that. Yeah. So we did do the Ministry ride, and it was good. It wasn't too bad. We did have some people in the group get a little queasy that, okay, we need to do something else now. Mario World, we did at night. So Helen and I went back to see the Toothless show, and then we went to Mario World at night. And at night, it is much more impressive than during the day.
Really? Cool.
And the Donkey Kong ride is amazing. I mean, you feel like the whole purpose of that world, if you're a gamer, is that you are immersed in the game.
Yeah.
So Donkey Kong, you're in the game.
Cool.
So you see all the characters that you would in Donkey Kong. And Donkey Kong came out when I was much, much younger, when video games were just starting. So very familiar with the game. And then we did the Mario Kart. It was down all day. So the other peeps in our group didn't get to go, but Tyler, Helen, and I did. And it was so cute.
That's awesome.
Now, if I knew how to play Mario Kart, it probably would have done better. But I did. I mean, Tyler won in our kart, but I did take second place.
Nice.
I felt good about that. But it's a very fantastical type of thing to see.
Cool.
And it does a very good job. You know, we've talked about this on the show that when you transition at a Disney park into another world, the music starts, the walls kind of change. They did a fabulous job with these entrances. And then my sister was telling me that she ate at the center. There's a center pub. Yeah. And she was talking to the bartender there. And this woman was explaining to them that it's all around the Celestial. Yep. And I don't know how much you guys know about Epic, but it's all about how these gods would travel on meteors from universe to universe. So that's really how it's meant to be set up, is they wanted to give this gift to the humans. And so you're traveling from universe to universe. So there's the Dark Universe, there's the Mario universe, there's the Vikings and How to Train Your Dragon, and then the last one is the Harry Potter, the Ministry, which is 1928 Paris, I believe. So it's the trial of someone, and that's what the ride is about. And
that's cool.
It's really cool. It's a good immersive experience. I'm a Disney gal though, and you know, we're just more comfortable there, but I definitely would recommend going. We did the express passes, so we didn't have to wait in line. Some of these lines are 3 to 4 hours long. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but there's no ride that is worth 4 hours of my time.
Charles, who was there a week ago from our AK Crust Legit Pizza partner, had sent me a photo of the line queue. I'm like, what is happening?
And it doesn't move.
No.
It does not move. So to me, the express tickets, which are just as much as the regular tickets, was worth the money. So yeah, I think it was a great experience. It's definitely different. They put a lot into the effects, and it's just when you have a lot of lights going through the world. I mean, when you go, maybe I will share that video. When you go into Mario World, you're going up an escalator and it's all green and you hear the music.
Oh, cool.
So it feels like you're getting into the game. So it is really cool.
That's awesome.
And all those lights just show up better at night. They just do. So I liked it at night. If I went back again, I would go at night. That's my 2 cents.
Awesome.
So what more did you want to know about
that? Was it. I just wanted to unpack that because we knew you went. So
I did see a lot of Tron costumes when I was at Disney for the Not So Scary Halloween. And we still need to go see that movie, so we haven't seen that. But
have not.
That's enough of me talking.
That's what we got.
I'm so tired right now.
Well, let's get you out of here then, Blizzard Nation. We'll see you in November.
Yes, in November.
Yep.
I don't know what that date is, like the 8th or something like
that. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll know more of that episode where we're not so vague. Right. And you'll understand what all of this is. You know, we're talking platforms, we're talking where people play, we're talking new venues, all of that kind of stuff on our next episode, hopefully. I get in trouble if I say too much.
True.
But
well, should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.